How's it going, everybody? I'm back. Another update. I'm just bringing you these when I think of it. And, there's some things that have changed. I just like giving you the updates, kind of share along on the progress of the space. So, as you see, completely finished painting here. We probably went too far because I think I want to do the slat wall here all the way, leave us 4 foot more when we cut the board in half. So 4 feet roughly on that wall, and then there. I think we do need like a mirror. I know a place that is a glass guy in Monument I probably will go to because he seemed pretty reasonable back in the day, way back when we bought some furniture and we needed glass for the top of it cut. I think doing a mirror there hanging on the wall, that would be really good, and that will allow people that are trying on helmets or jerseys or whatever, they can, I guess we can make that a changing room if somebody wants to try on gear. For now, the office. I also brought in paint for the office I had at home. It's like Sherwin-Williams Dover white. It's like our house trim color, but that's like a brand new can. Plus I have probably like 4 or 5 gallon things of it. Long story, they repainted our house under me complaining in a video in the past, the company that painted it the first time. So, is Duration paint, so that will be top notch. Just make that office white over there for a time being. And if I get time, and this will be the last thing, then I'll finish the break room where we have the microwave, where it used to be the old x-ray room. And I will finish that and probably just make that bright white and just have it done if I feel ambitious to go that far. But I am getting pretty burned out on painting. Today has been a long morning to the start of the morning. I still kind of want to hit that gray area again, and some in the hallway. I can tell there's some spots, but otherwise it's pretty well done, and then a quick roll across up there. But I'm only going to do that after I finish the light gray in that room. Reason being is it looks pretty good. I'm just being really picky here on the paint. That's my OCD here. I'm like, dang, that needs another coat up there. So, but I need the paint to go far enough. If it doesn't, I'm not going to buy more paint because it looks good for a retail space. The dark has been done. I think that was actually the 3rd coat. That only had 2 coats, but that has like 3 coats because when they all did it, and you can tell the coatings. Like you can tell right here, right? Where's a good angle? So on the little LCD display on the camera, I think you can see. If I can see here, I think you will see on your computer or TVs. But you can see where that extra coat did darken it up really good. And again, slat wall, as I said. Well, the walls are gone. As you see that, I had taken those out, and they're gone from storing here. We did that at night. Where did we dump those? We cut them into pieces and put them in our dumpster. We cheated there. I'll admit, we cheated there, but they found out. Like next morning, like, hey, by the way, you might not have known this, but you can't dump anything. And we had our suspicions, right? But no one had said not to specifically, and we're paying for dumpsters, and that's another thing I'll get into. So when you get a retail space, we didn't realize this, but I guess it makes sense. Your common areas, although they're forgiving us on the rent for 2 months, we're not forgiven on the is that the triple net, the NNN? That is, so we got a bill for like $500, and it's like common areas and stuff and garbage. So we're paying for garbage, and we haven't really used garbage, so whatever. We got rid of the garbage, and no one told us the schedule when they pick up and this and that. Apparently, I think it's on Wednesdays. If I were known it was on Wednesday, there was still room out there. I would have tossed a few small pieces in and just broke it up over the coming weeks, right? No one told us when garbage was. No one told us how our mailboxes work. So that'd be in a video kind of ranting about going through the retail process. And I'll go more into depth into that when, you know, Aaron's here and we're both mic'd up and we both can talk about that, because I think that's a pretty interesting video because it kind of shows you what you need to expect and we didn't know. So things you learn as you go along. But anyways, we broke that up, dumped it in the dumpster. So they found out, but we got a free pass for the first time. So the next big wall, which we already knew, we're gonna have to haul that off. We're gonna break it up to put it in my truck and then haul it to the dump, probably the following day. So yeah, whenever we break that up, we're gonna have to plan that. It's gonna be during the day. I think they're open on Saturday. So if we break it up on like a Friday night, you know, we try and minimize the noise, right? We're being nice in that regard to our neighbors. We only got neighbors on this wall. But right now there's no one over there, which is through those windows. No one's, that's empty space. And everyone else seems to be closed up at night. So that's when we cut it up. We made a lot of noise. We made a lot of dust. You probably can't see in the window, but I still have to clean the windows. I mopped the floor. I just finished cleaning the seal along the window there. And yeah, everything got dusty. So yeah, so the space is coming along pretty good. And I'll go show you the shop area now. So of course we still got the bikes. That wall is finished. And yesterday I spent a few hours. I hit this. It needs another coat because you can, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but you can see through. So that needs hit again, which isn't a big area. So that'd be fairly quick to roll. If I need to use the paintbrush to kind of touch up and on the sides. Don't need to go close to here, close enough, because we'll be obviously removing this. I'm hoping it's not quite attached to this. Hopefully the drywall goes across, you know, and then they just kind of finished it. I don't know. We don't know. Not until maybe I'll do a circular hole saw into here, figure out which side is what's on each side, and then see if I can see back into there. Probably won't be able to. I bet that is going to be a metal piece, but we can see. And then it will be the same attachment on down there, and then whatever this one turns up there is probably what they did over here. So again, we will have a look. This one, see, almost seems like it's not necessarily, I mean, they would have put tape in there, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. And then this little guy, that's why I painted it. We're just going to leave this one, because if we have to do 2 drywall fixes, that's going to be enough drywall fixing. And like I said, this will have a TV here, TV on the other side. We can plug them into there. And this will be kind of like, well, TV over here might be a little lower. We have to see. But yes, we want to get some sort of seating in here, I think. Not quite sure how that will look. If we find something that's maybe L-shaped, that's why I want to get rid of this, because if it's L-shaped, boom. I have an old coffee table that goes with my old end tables. It's nice. It'd be nice for in here, and just donate for in here, because I think we were going to get rid of that also. I don't quite remember, but if we are bringing it in here, that'd be pretty cool. And if we have to, I was thinking about bringing the seating out, kind of out into here. I mean, obviously we need to leave space to walk into there. That will be a good space for hanging out when we have get-togethers down here. It will also be a good space if you come down here with your kids. You just send them on over there. Boom, you know, we can put on some movie, because I plan to have, you know, a TV that can do Roku, a TV that hopefully I can like have some stuff on a USB stick. That would be the easiest. Or if I want to get complicated, I can, I suppose, set up Plex and run it off my Plex server at home to stream over here. Although I don't really want to do that a lot, because that's a lot of bandwidth taken from the home. But that's why I want to look into other options like a TV that will read files off USB. And I'm sure there's ways to do it. We'll be able to stream probably from the TV or from the PC over. We can hook that up. So, there's going to be ways. But that way we can plop in a movie, a kid-appropriate movie, like if your kid likes, I don't know, Shrek or Ice Age or whatever. Your kids are here, you're looking at stuff, boom, plop that on. They're satisfied. They're out of everyone's hair, right? Because I know how that is as a parent. Your kid's like tugging on you, and you're like, "Hey, I'm looking. I'm looking at a bike," and it's nonstop. Daddy, daddy. Well, if you can distract them for 30 minutes, it makes the process much easier, right, for everybody. Yeah, so like I said, got to finish this wall, got to start the gray there. So I'll probably, when I start doing the gray, I'll probably go ahead and cut that in, cut in all this, finish that, roll that to start so it can dry, work my way rolling. By the time I get down there, I should be able to come back and hit that for its second coat, and we'll be good to go. Again, because we're removing this, I'll have to come back and do that a few times probably. So it is what it is. And I think today I will also, maybe I'll do that right after this video, I will go out there and remove, I'll go out there and remove the bird poop. Give these windows a quick washing, although granted, we can't see through, but appearance is everything. So we have customers coming, they park on that side, which is parking. They will see these windows, and I'm about appearance. That's one thing I learned from my father-in-law. Appearance, 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 right? Keep things looking good. I mean, it feels better way if we own this strip center that I'm making this look good. But it's still our space, so within reason, we're going to make it look good. So as far as renters here, these people should be thrilled to have us, because I'm not going to be the person that leaves this place, should we have to leave, in disarray. In fact, they're getting it back better than us coming in, because we won't have we're going to have some holes, granted, but I'm the person that would, even if we're leaving because we have to leave, right? I'm going to patch the holes. I don't know. It's not hard to do. It's just something I think you should do. You're more likely to get your security deposit back no matter what occurred, more likely, and more likely, like, then there's no hard feelings. Maybe they won't even come after you in court because, hey, you were able to give the space back in a good manner that allows them to maybe possibly rent it out really quick. I'm just saying. Our temporary sign out there, it's just our logo. I suppose I can show it to you. So let's go out here. And, we just printed it. One of the websites for one of the parts houses wanted a sign, even if it was just temporary. So that's what we did. I don't know. Crazy requirements that various companies require. And this is the outside. So, like I said, this space is empty. And then we still have over here, here's that empty space. We still have the signage. So right there, they will take down that, and we will be able to put up our own. We're going to take a kind of a measurement tonight, but we see horseshoe over there is pretty tall. I pointed that out. So that looks to be about 4 foot. So right now our quote is for a 4 foot by 4 foot, like a neon LED type logo up there. And then we'll have to have somebody hang it up there probably, because I don't know. They'll probably require somebody versus us. They did say this wind block is part of the common area. Because I asked about, stuff. Although I don't know. I think if we did something tasteful there, our argument is we already have such a small presence. Let us be able to, you know, put something on there, a vinyl decal. I don't think it would be a big deal. And, you know, we have some lights in here. They said that there used to be, like, down on the far end, there used to be like a door, but obviously the wind has ripped it off. It's just to stop the wind. I'm guessing that door was probably down there, and it probably got disappeared at some point. And then they probably put this up to somewhat just stop, you know, you opening up and there's a wind gust and ripping this out of your hand. Oh, let's make sure that it locks. We've had some interesting people come by. So that's kind of been interesting. And surprisingly, you might be like, you're in the corner. We never knew this. There's people walking by all day long. Post office, I think, to go to eat. I think people just in town that cut through here to go up to, you know, the restaurant and other stores and what have you, and they see our stuff and they're like, Motos. So that's a good sign. More presence than I thought as far as people walking by. Again, that's the office. I'm going to paint white for now. Just reiterate the break room. The fancy microwave we got, I picked this up at Costco because I figured, well, something goes wrong, I could take it back, right? But it seems to work. It's 1200 watts. It has a lot of heating power, man. It's nice. And I want to say it was like 130, 150, I don't know, something like that. The heater I brought in for when we moved in and the furnace wasn't working, but I'm just going to leave it here as just like an extra heater, just in case we ever have an issue. I don't need it at home. It was just in our attic. We don't use it. Wife got it free from her work, actually, because they were like, hey, if anyone wants this. So, I mean, it works. It works great, but, you know, don't really need it. This is kind of the weird, you know, because they had the x-ray. That must have been the window. Over here must have been the x-ray unit. And that's what that breaker box is about, was for the x-ray machine, because it was probably directly wired. There's a hole there. So there's probably no wires. I haven't explored by taking that off just to see what's in there or not. But my patches for now, if we do anything, I'll go ahead and finish those, spray them, texture them. Honestly, I probably will not fix that. But, I mean, if we were here long term, this is wasting a lot of space. Although I guess that is a good counter area, but we wouldn't need this wall. I would remove the wall, put a countertop over there, and put that. Maybe we'll put like a little fridge there. I think that would be cool. I think up there we'll do shelves, and that way we could put some of our stuff, you know, condiments or extra coffee or what have you, can be stored up there. You know, we'll probably do some type of shelving in here. We might just do, you know, just heavy duty, normal, like garage type shelving. That way we could store some extra stuff in here, because I also got a lot of boxes that I bought to be able to ship skid plates. I need to bring those in because those are part of A&M Moto Toys. You know, we got the extra flooring. Got to figure out like where to store that stuff. I don't know, maybe that ends up going to my house and I store it there. I don't know. Because within the furnace room, there's not much. There's extra tile. There's extra that wall rubber stuff. I already put some boards in there, but I didn't want to fill this up too much. Coat hook for this room. I mean, my wife's calling this kind of like the break room, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll have that many. If we ever get that many employees, then I guess maybe this will be the break room. Maybe we won't need to store much stuff in here because this stuff will be stored on shelves, like out by the showroom or something, up high. I don't know. Just right now, it's an easy place for me to toss stuff. Got the bathroom. I'll turn that off. I know it gets dark, but that fan for the video. So I did install one of these pull paper holders. Toilet paper had to go there. I went over here and you have to be mindful of the ADA and handicap accessibility. So I was going to put it up here out of the way, but this is right to the cement wall, the block wall. So that explains why they have cement screws into that. Well, that ain't going anywhere. So as soon as I did that first hole, I was like, ooh, yeah, that makes sense. So only spot, it's mainly going to be us. I mean, how many people are going to come here and need, at most are going to need pee. Oh, this door. I did bring this up to the property manager. Shows you how cheap, typical property manager. I was like, hey, it looks like somebody pried on this. So it leaks a ton of air. They're like, oh, you know, we'll just have somebody put weather stripping there because, you know, if we have to replace that door, you know how much those cost? I was like, yeah, I know they're expensive. I'm just taking note of this, and it'll be in this video for a good time frame. We pointed out to the property management company that this has a space. I'm just saying, if our insurance ever asks, because like, whatever, there's a space there. There's a space there. We will let our insurance know if there's ever a claim needing to be filed, and that's how somebody got in. They can go after the property management company for not replacing the door and just putting weather stripping in, which I brought weather stripping that I can do myself. So just one of those annoyances. So I think that was long enough. That's a good update. Even when I edit this is going to be way too long. So y'all, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with me. Please like, subscribe. Check out the Amazon affiliate link in the description because it costs you nothing, costs me nothing. I get a little bit of the commission, and just do your normal shopping. You just follow the link and, you know, do your normal shopping. That's all I ask, and it's the easiest way to support a channel. So let's build that up. I used to actually do pretty decent on there, never great, just decent. I think my best month once was like $200 and something. That was great. It's been low enough where I don't even get my $600 form from, or Amazon doesn't even claim the money because it's under the 600 bucks. I'm like, wow, you know, I at least get that. I kind of went back in my tax. I was like, oh, it's been that way for a while. I haven't really pushed it. I've been pushing it lately in videos because that needs, let's bring that up some because that money can be used. We're going to start using, hopefully here down the road, Meeker Extreme income to go back into stuff like this, growing this business for you all, especially if you're local, so you have another option locally, especially north of Colorado Springs, without going downtown. Who wants to go downtown to Weber Street or wherever the other place is off of? I personally don't. That's why I never go down there and I order on Amazon because I don't want to go down there. It's a hassle. You battle traffic, you waste fuel, you waste time. This way, anyone north side of town has a place to go. And we're going to have a lot of cool stuff because we're hooked up with Tuckeraki to order through them. So that's one more place we can place orders through. So if you look at Tuckeraki and you see something you want, hit me up and I'll let you know what I might be able to do for you. And yeah, and when we open, you know, you'll be able to come in and order all that great stuff. So you all take care, stay well, stay safe, my friends. Have a good one. Bye.